You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I got to tell you, just what I wanted to see. The two worst words associated with the National Basketball Association right now is load management. That's the two words that has greatly assisted the NBA in falling from grace as the clear-cut, at one time, the clear-cut number 2 sport after the NFL in the country. Now it's not. It's like 5th, 6th. NFL, college football, MLB, WWE, UFC, NBA. Interesting. And load management is part of that. Sitting back and watching these prominent NBA superstars not play in games to their full capacity, bitching about how many games they've got to play, bitching about how long they got to play in games, and watching some of these awful coaches set down their stars has really turned a lot of fans off. We all sat through Caitlin Clark missing every game last year due to injury except 13. I believe it was 13 games. And it made for one long season. Let me tell you. Somebody brought up online, you know what? The Indiana Fever won a lot of games last year, but a lot of those games that they won were still boring. And that's not a good look for the team, for their marketing, for the WNBA. You don't want boring games because that's what your league was associated with before Caitlin Clark's arrival, was boring and a piss-poor product. Well, there's been all kinds of troubled signals that have went up like flares all over the place. Caitlin Clark's going to play off ball. We're drafting a point guard. We're drafting a point guard that hates Caitlin Clark fans. You can't tell me she loves Caitlin Clark either, because I'm not believing that. Regardless of how much people will play nice once they're on the same team. It's still drama. The team just didn't need. You got Stephanie White saying that, they're going to load manage Caitlin Clark, and we'll get to the fact that the Fever are still putting up their little social media posts about buying tickets. And when I tell you that has got swatted down by fans of Caitlin Clark like Dikembe Mutombo is playing defense going, I mean, rejected back into the stands. Playoff ball, load management. This is starting to sound like a nightmare. A nightmare. Stephanie White.
You know, what is the time period or the acclimation, if you will, not just for her, but also the teammates around, or although is it advantage because you have a lot of new faces, so it's new for everybody?
Yeah, I think it's new for everybody. I think we got to be smart. She has worked her butt off this whole off season to prepare herself. We have an added advantage in that she played games in March, right, with USA Basketball. And so she has game exposure. She has game pace. She has game rhythm. She has game timing. And so we have an advantage. But we also want to be smart. She doesn't need every rep in practice. Like we want to continue to ramp her up. You know, it's a long season, 44 games, and we play a heavy cadence of games in a week. And so we want to be smart in camp and make sure we I don't want to say ease her into it because she's ready for camp, but we want to make sure that we manage the reps and what kinds of reps she's getting just to build her up so that she's ready to go. And we don't have any kind of questions about that.
I mean, come on. Ramp her up? We're using Stephanie White has used that phrase. She was saying that when we were still expecting and waiting for her to come back last year, and she never made it back when the fever was blowing smoke up our asses about her return. We're going to ramp her up. She just played USA basketball. Stop. Here's my issue. Here is my issue. My issue is if you give Stephanie White truth serum and then ask her, do you feel like you've got a better all-around team if Caitlin Clark is not on the court? It is my belief, and it has been my belief, that Stephanie White will tell you yes. That she believes the team is better without the most dynamic playmaker in all of the WNBA and in women's sports not on the court. I believe she believes that. Truly. And I don't care, but she said and this and that. She's not publicly going to come out and say this. I mean, hell, if she did, you might as well sell the franchise. Because it won't be worth spit if she actually admitted to it. But we've all seen how this went. Now you've got Indiana Fever putting up this little snippet right here of Caitlin Clark on the court. Welcome back, Caitlin Clark. Holy crap. We're trying to sell tickets. And look, will they be sold out? Sure. But the question is, can they command the prices that they were going to command or would have gotten for these tickets? I've seen fans say, and boy, there's a lot of please buy our ticket action happening right now. A lot out of the Indiana Fever social media. Fans aren't having it. Evelyn DR, no thanks, I'm good. Caitlin isn't your priority, and it shows. We spent thousands last season just to watch her get iced out. No screens, no plays, just standing there in the corner like a decoy. And now the coach thinks she's a combo guard. Hell, Evelyn, she gonna put her in small forward. She may play center before the season's out. Will she be starting playing point guard and not load managed? Limited minutes? Question mark. CDS, we all want to know. We all want to know. Nah, not watching. Especially after I heard Stephanie White repeating the story about load managing CC. Fudge. I almost said it, folks. Almost went straight mother effer right here. She'll be traded before the opening day. Hell yes. Guys, I got to tell you, I wish that Houston franchise was already going. All right, Tillman Fertitta. If he gets wind that he might be able to get Caitlin Clark, shit, look out. Texas and Caitlin Clark, forget about it. Forget about it. She'll be a top 5 biggest star in sports. Just a note, fam, these 5 girls are all we got because our bench is trash. Yeah. There's the star. There's Sophie. And that's what we got. That's what we got. Length, forget about it. Forget about it. Let her be, please. That is the way. I hope PR does, or those in charge of guests do something about the energy in the crowd. Last season was a disappointment. It didn't matter if we were winning games. The energy, our vibe was dull. Absolutely. That is a fact. People don't want to pay money, that much money in the struggling economy to see CC not be CC. Pack the house to watch CC play off ball. That's good. That's good. Selling my tickets to a friend that wants them when I get them from StubHub. I love Cece and my girls, but I don't condone a teammate calling Fever fans racist. Damn, I'm going to miss going, but I'm sick of the bullshit lies from these people. They call everything racist. Yeah, look, sorry, I'm not spending my hard-earned money. Wow. Do we have a guarantee that Cece will be playing point guard, not small forward? I won't give one shits or even two shits if she's not starting and running point. Fuck around and find out, Fever. Whoa-wee! I'm mean. Constantly ruining her brand and then beg people to buy tickets. No, thank you. Damn. That's right. I think I just used F around and find out in my thumbnail. I may put it in there again. They're fixing to find out. Holy moly. Well, Rhodes, will they not sell out games? Of course they will. But how much are tickets going to be? Are people still going to pay $100 for a ticket, or are they going to pay $20 for a ticket? Gate revenue is a thing, folks. How much is the product worth now? If you don't put the biggest star out there, it ain't worth shit. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.